Hi, Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk, and I'm here today with a project that is a bit of a killing two birds with one stone. Got a team challenge to case another demo and to subtly change. So I decided to go to some of my on-stage swaps, and I found this card, which is by Helen Winston, and I don't have the parrot, I don't have these leaves, but I quite liked the layout, and I wanted to make a Christmas card because that's the DT challenge this week over in the Facebook group Stampin' for All. So I thought, oh, I'll make one for the team challenge, and then it will be my one that's for the DT challenge on the Facebook group. So I'm turning this into a Christmas card. Okay, so I've taken some cherry cobbler. So this is half a sheet of A4 cut in half, folded in half. Okay, you can make the adjustments slightly different if you're using different sized cardstocks. I know American size different. I've then got a bit of old olive, which is the same colour, I think, that was used. Oh, no, it isn't actually. No, that was a different colour. Yeah, I think it's garden green and wild wasabi has been used. Yeah, so I'm using old olive, and then I've cut another mat in whisper white, and I've copied the same embossing. They've done the deboss on that. I'm doing the emboss, and that's the pears that you get in the Petal Palette suite. I really like that, just down the side there. I'm going to stick with using the cord that they've got. So I've got a bit of linen thread, even actually. That's the end of my linen thread, which I should be putting on there. But to decorate, because I don't have their leaf thing, I do have popper petals, so I'm going to use this leaf effect there with to create that sort of pattern. So I'm going to use old olive so that it picks up the mat, and I'm just going to stamp it on my card. I'm going to leave that there for sort of give me some thoughts, and I'm going to stamp it once, and then I'm going to move it slightly and stamp it a second time. I might even stamp it a third, give it a bit of depth, and then I'm going to I'll have one coming out there. So that's my leaves done, and then I've done the die cutting already, but for this flower I've used the support ribbon framelits, and I've used the flower and the leaf from that set. So I'm using cherry cobbler and old olive to form that sort of flower there. I shall stick those on, and then instead of a parrot, because I don't have one, I'm going to use the little bird from Petal Palette, and I'm going to turn it into a robin. A robin redbreast is what I'm going to do. So I have got some whisper white somewhere there. I'll just use that scrap there of whisper white. I'm going to stamp it out in soft suede. They've used alcohol blends, the blends on theirs, I'm going to watercolour. So there we've got the bird, and then I'm going to watercolour with a bit of cherry cobbler, and I'm using the basic grey here. Oh, this is basic black, in fact. I've picked the wrong one out. Basic grey is actually what I want. So, and then I want my aqua painter, and I'm just going to paint around his face and then down his breast a bit, and then just squeeze a bit of that out, and then I'm going to pick up some grey and then just put a bit of grey underneath, and that's my robin done. And then I'm just going to use the die to cut it out, but just like good Blue Peter style as one I'd done earlier. Okay, so that's me robin. So now we just need the greeting. So I've used Better Together, and I'm using the Merry Christmas from Better Together, and I've stamped that in cherry cobbler, and I've cut it out with a 1.5 inch circle punch, and then I've cut out a 1 3/4 circle in Old Olive, and I thought, oh, it's a bit, I just thought that was a bit much. So then I've cut a scallop circle which frames it nicely. So I've built up 3 layers there. Okay, so I am just now gonna pop it all together. So the first thing I want to do is put my linen thread on. So I'm just gonna use my bone folder a minute to try and get rid of some of the creases that you get when it's around the card. Okay, I'm gonna put a bit of snail on the back there to hold it in place. So we'll stick an end on there, bring it down, wind it round, bring it that way. Not enough to do 3. I might do this, I might cheat then and do it in 3 layers, because I am at the end. So stick that there. With that going up there. I think on the original card it's just 2 layers, but I'm going to do a 3rd. I think I might have been off camera then, was I? Soz. There we go. Snip that little bit off, and I'm going to use a little bit of tape to make sure that that is held down. There we go. So now what I want to do is to be sticking the leaves down. So I might just put a little bit, actually put a little bit on here, and then just sort of dip the corners in. so that I can stick that to my flower. Hold it down, and then we'll put one on the opposite side. And then we just need pick up that glue and stick that down there. And then I think I might use a dimensional on the robin. That going down the leaf, tail feathers. There we go. Stick him on there, and then I'm gonna glue this together. I was trying something out on that back of that. Don't like to waste. Got a bit of wigglage there. And then actually I said this was killing two birds with one stone. It's actually killing three birds, because I like to do some Christmas cards, and so these are doing my Christmas cards that I sort of set myself a challenge of getting one a month done. So I think I'm going to pop that up as well. I'm just on got the end bits here. So stick them on. Don't like to waste my edges. And then we'll just stick the mats on. And that'll be another Christmas card done. And it's still July. Doing well. So there we go. Stick that in the corner there. Bring on my mats. And I'm gonna take this off, give it a little bit of extra sticky. Stick that down. We've got an 1/8 of an inch border, get it straight, got some wigglage, keep it straight. Stick that down, and then I would cut a mat for the inside. As well, when I go to send it out, I'll stick a mat on the inside. So that is my copy and alter slightly sort of project. Another Christmas card done to my collection. Hope you like it. All the details will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk. Pop over to Stamping for All and see the other Christmas projects, and yeah, and hopefully thumbs up, I might win the team challenge. That would be great. Okay, bye bye now, see you again soon.